In just a few months, Elon Musk went from a quirky yet well-liked tech entrepreneur to a deeply polarizing figure that may be doing a lot more harm than good. While many still like and support him, many others are quickly changing their opinions and start to question his intentions, sense of morality, and even his common sense. In this video, we will explore 7 clear reasons why so many people today believe Elon Musk to be one of the greatest narcissists of our time, with the last one being the most annoying for the public. Let's begin. Reason 1: Illusion of grandeur. Elon is no stranger to making headlines with grand visions that sound straight out of a sci-fi novel. Colonizing Mars. Building a hyperloop. Embedding chips in human brains. Revolutionizing transportation with self-driving cars and underground tunnels. If you list out his ambitions, it reads like a checklist for a Bond villain. This kind of grandiosity is one of the traits that makes people wonder if Musk leans toward narcissism. There's a fine line between being a visionary and being delusional. For every successful rocket launch, there's a promise that feels more like a pipe dream, like colonizing Mars in his lifetime or developing a Neuralink device that merges human brains with AI. Critics argue that some of these claims aren't grounded in reality but come from a need to maintain an aura of genius. Reason 2: Stunts and pushing boundaries. Elon Musk isn't just a businessman, he's a master showman. Whether it's launching a Tesla Roadster into space, or puffing on a blunt during a Joe Rogan live podcast, or wielding a chainsaw on stage at a conservative political action conference, Musk knows how to grab attention. His boundary-pushing stunts have become part of his legend, but they also raise eyebrows. Are these the bold moves of a genius, or the calculated antics of someone who craves attention? Take the 2018 launch of SpaceX's Falcon Heavy rocket. Strapped to the rocket was Musk's personal Tesla Roadster, complete with a mannequin in a spacesuit, affectionately named Starman. As the car floated through space, David Bowie's Space Oddity played on repeat. It was a jaw-dropping spectacle, part technological achievement, part marketing stunt. Some hailed it as a brilliant PR move, while others saw it as a billionaire's expensive joyride, more about feeding his own ego than advancing space exploration. Then there's the infamous Joe Rogan podcast. Musk casually took a puff of marijuana on camera, instantly setting the internet on fire. Tesla's stock dipped, and the stunt triggered scrutiny from the US government because SpaceX holds federal contracts. For most CEOs, this would be career suicide. For Musk, just another Tuesday. Narcissists often push boundaries, testing limits to see what they can get away with. Musk seems to revel in this game. And, most recently, in a striking display at the Conservative Political Action Conference in February 2025, Musk took the stage wielding a red chainsaw engraved with Argentine President Javier Milei's slogan, "Viva la Libertad, carajo," which translates to "Long live liberty, damn it." This dramatic gesture supposedly symbolized Musk's commitment to reducing government bureaucracy and spending, aligning with his role in the Trump administration's Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, although many see it as just a desperate attempt to grab attention. And who could forget the time he named his child XAEA-12? It felt less like a name and more like a puzzle for the internet to solve. Was it eccentricity or a ploy for attention? Maybe both. Musk's stunts are undeniably entertaining, but they also serve a purpose. Each one reinforces his image as a rebel genius, unafraid to challenge norms. The question is, does he push boundaries for progress, or just for applause? Reason 3: Lack of empathy. One of the most controversial aspects of Elon Musk's personality is the perception that he lacks empathy. Whether he's making off-the-cuff remarks on social media or making tough decisions as a CEO, Musk's actions sometimes seem cold or disconnected from the impact that has on human beings. Musk is notorious for pushing his employees to the limit, expecting grueling hours and unwavering commitment. Tesla insiders have shared stories of being fired with little warning, often after minor mistakes or perceived disloyalty. While some admire his no-excuses attitude, others see it as a lack of compassion. Employees aren't people in Musk's world, they're cogs in a machine, expected to perform at peak efficiency or be replaced. Even his handling of major layoffs has been cold and impersonal. After taking over Twitter, Musk famously fired thousands of employees in an overnight email, with little warning or acknowledgement of their contributions. It wasn't just a business decision, it felt callous. Of course, Musk supporters argue that his focus is on the bigger picture, advancing humanity through technology, and that tough decisions are necessary. But for those who've been on the receiving end of his actions, it can feel less like visionary leadership and more like a complete disregard for the human cost. Reason 4. Volatile private life. Elon's private and romantic life has been as headline-worthy as his business ventures, and just as tumultuous. From whirlwind romances to high-profile breakups, his love life seems to mirror the intensity and unpredictability of his professional world. For those who see narcissistic traits in Musk, his romantic turbulence is another clue that there might be more going on beneath the surface. Musk himself has admitted that he hates being alone and has a deep need for connection, which is common among narcissists. They often crave relationships not just for companionship but for validation and admiration. And when the attention fades, things can get rocky. Take his relationship with actress Talia Riley. The two married in 2010, divorced in 2012, remarried in 2013, and then divorced again in 2016. That kind of toxic push-pull dynamic is often a sign of emotional volatility, a hallmark of narcissistic relationships. It's as if he couldn't live with her, but also couldn't stand to be without her. Then there was his high-profile romance with musician Grimes. Their relationship was a whirlwind of public fascination, odd tweets, and even odder baby names. They seemed to bond over a shared eccentricity, but cracks soon appeared. After having 2 children together, they split, only for Musk to reveal shortly after that he had secretly fathered twins with one of his Neuralink executives. The timing raised eyebrows, with many wondering if he was seeking validation elsewhere while his relationship with Grimes unraveled. Reason 5. Ketamine abuse. Elon's reported use of ketamine has sparked plenty of debate and concern. For some, it's another example of his eccentricity. For others, it hints at deeper struggles, possibly even a connection to narcissistic tendencies. Ketamine, a powerful dissociative drug, has legitimate medical uses, particularly for depression and chronic pain, but it's also known for its potential for abuse, especially among those seeking escape from emotional turmoil or chasing a sense of invincibility. Reports suggest that Musk has used ketamine both recreationally and therapeutically. While he's spoken about his mental health challenges, some critics argue that his use of the drug aligns with a pattern of narcissistic behavior. Narcissists often struggle with emotional regulation and may turn to substances as a way of numbing feelings of emptiness, insecurity, or stress. For someone in Musk's position, constantly under pressure, scrutinized by the public, and chasing seemingly impossible goals, self-medication might feel like a quick fix. But what raises eyebrows is the way his behavior sometimes reflects the erraticism that can accompany substance use. His late-night Twitter rants, impulsive decisions, and unpredictable mood swings have fueled speculation. Is this the natural eccentricity of a billionaire genius, or is there a chemical factor at play? It's worth noting that narcissists often resist seeking help or admitting vulnerability. If Musk is struggling with substance use, his public persona might serve as a shield, masking deeper pain behind a veil of ambition and bravado. Reason 6. Obsession with legacy. Elon Musk's obsession with leaving a lasting legacy is hard to ignore. From colonizing Mars to building the world's first electric car that people actually want to drive, Musk is driven by a desire to reshape humanity's future. But his intense focus on legacy and immortality has some observers asking whether it's about the greater good, or simply about securing his place in history as the one who changed everything. For those who see narcissistic traits in Musk, his quest for legacy might feel like a desire for eternal admiration, a way of ensuring that the world will never forget him. Consider Musk's vision of Mars. Colonizing the Red Planet is not just a business venture for him, it's his ultimate mission, one that he believes will ensure the survival of humanity. In interviews, he's talked about the idea of making life multiplanetary, not just for the sake of exploration, but because he views Earth's future as uncertain. In his mind, his work with SpaceX isn't just about building rockets, it's about securing humanity's immortality. The way he talks about Mars, and his role in its colonization, has an almost prophetic tone, as if he believes he alone is capable of saving us. This type of thinking, the sense that only he can accomplish something so monumental, is a classic trait of narcissism. One significant issue involves Musk's involvement in politics, particularly his role in the Trump administration's Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE. Many see this as an attempt by Musk to further solidify himself in history books and increase his influence and importance. This association has led to backlash from employees, investors, and customers, resulting in a 31% decline in Tesla's stock value year-to-date and decreased resale values for Tesla vehicles. Incidents of vandalism and public protests against Musk have further tarnished the company's image. Musk doesn't do boring product launches. When Tesla unveiled the Cybertruck, he staged a dramatic demonstration of its bulletproof windows. Of course, when the windows unexpectedly shattered on stage, the internet exploded. Was it a humiliating blunder or a clever move that turned a product launch into a viral sensation? Either way, people were talking about Musk. Mission accomplished. For his critics, the decision to join Donald Trump's team and get involved in US politics is the biggest proof of him craving the limelight more than anything else, as they believe he clearly has no business in politics except garnering more attention and possible personal gain. Of course, Musk is not without redeeming qualities. His ability to innovate and push boundaries has undoubtedly changed the world in profound ways. But when we examine his actions through the lens of narcissism, it becomes apparent that the desire for fame, control, and legacy is just as much a driving force behind his success as any altruistic goals he may have. Whether or not we choose to label him a narcissist, Musk's behavior undeniably aligns with many of the traits that define this personality type, and in that sense, he may very well fit the mold of a narcissist. What do you think of Elon Musk? Is he a narcissist? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't, and make sure to see our video on the biggest celebrity narcissists next.